Hello there. In this video, we'll be focusing on the second stage of Tuckman's model of team development, the storming stage. You'll learn three things here. Firstly, the things that you will see that will tell you that your team is in this second stage. Secondly, you'll understand why those things are happening. And thirdly, what you can do to help the team whilst they're in this storming stage, and how to move through it to the third stage of the model, the norming stage. Knowing these things is really important, and how you lead the team through this stage is very important too. If you ignore these things in this stage and try to avoid them, the chances are strong that your team will never get beyond it. You'll never experience superior performance. So listen carefully. Okay, so how do you know that your team is moving into stage 2 or is already in stage 2, the storming stage? Well, what you'll see is some disagreement, some upsets and some conflict between the team members, and even some conflict between them and you. This will specifically look like people arguing, overreacting, blaming, gossiping, withdrawing and being silent, and generally just a rather negative atmosphere amongst the team. As this happens, you'll see less politeness, less sharing of information, less of people offering to help each other. You may also start to see people being late for meetings, and your team meetings may feel quite uncomfortable. Some people won't be saying anything at all, and others may be very forceful with their views and their questions. As the leader, you may feel yourself being challenged. The direction that you've set and the approach you've taken may be questioned. Now, let's think for a moment about why all this is happening. What's really going on here beneath the surface? Basically, what's happening here is that the polite mask that all the team members have been wearing during the forming stage is starting to slip. Individuals are finding it harder to pretend that everything's okay. The essence of this is that the team members don't know each other well enough, trust each other deeply enough, or personally like each other enough to allow for the differences in their values, opinions, priorities, beliefs and behaviours that exist between them. Because of these differences, their buttons are being pushed, and it's causing them to react. And those reactions will look a lot like anger and frustration. But underneath that anger and frustration is the emotion fear. Fear of not knowing where they're going. Fear that their teammates might betray them. Fear that they might make mistakes and lose their jobs. Fear of wasting time and losing focus. And many other fears too. They simply can't stop themselves from overreacting when they feel those fears. Some people will become more aggressive and challenging, and others will become quieter and more withdrawn. You'll learn more about these reactive behaviours in one of the activity guides next to this video. So if all this is happening in stage 2, the storming stage, what does success look like for this stage such that the team moves into stage 3, the norming stage? These are the three main things that the team needs to achieve. Firstly, everyone needs to understand that disagreement and speaking up is a good thing, so long as it's done in a safe and productive way. This helps to reduce those fears. Secondly, individuals need to become more aware of the things that push their buttons and how they can manage their own behaviours when that happens. Again, this will help to reduce their fears as well. And thirdly, everyone needs to know each other better and trust each other enough to feel comfortable about raising difficult issues, and to know that they'll not be punished in any way for doing it. Again, that means less fear. As they get to know each other even better, they'll also understand why the other people on the team think and behave in the ways that they do. They'll respect each other more. They may even get to like each other and start to enjoy spending time together. As the team leader, you absolutely set the tone here and lead them on this learning process, helping to reduce that fear and make it safe. It's important for you to believe that healthy disagreement is a good thing, so that when it happens, you don't overreact yourself by arguing back or by shutting it down completely. To be able to do this, it's important for you to know what pushes your buttons and how you normally react to disagreement and upset. And also to learn how to press your own pause button when you get triggered. And of course, you need to make disagreement a normal and healthy thing in the team and not punish anyone for raising difficult topics. If you don't do these things and you don't facilitate the team through this stage 2, you won't get into stage 3 and your team will just bounce between stages 1 and 2. And that's not good. The longer the team stays stuck in that place, the harder it will be for them to move into stage 3. It's sort of like a stormy personal relationship. The longer it goes on, the more damage is done and the harder it is to make it come good. So some specific things that you can do as a leader to facilitate your team through stage 2. Encourage self-expression and disagreement. Ask for different opinions. Ask what people think. And as you do this, make it safe, make it okay. Practice using your own pause button when you get triggered. No one's going to speak up if you shout down the first person that does it. If you think that there's unresolved conflict present, or there's important issues that are not being spoken about, name them and help resolve them. If you don't do this, they won't go away by themselves. When team members behave in an unacceptable manner, name it and discuss it. And keep referring to the team agreements that you made in stage 1. In fact, I'd suggest that you have those team agreements stuck up on the wall somewhere in your meeting space. If a team member is really challenging your authority as the leader in a destructive or negative way, and they keep doing this, you need to do something about it. Don't let this go on. Try and resolve it with them, understand why they're doing it, and explain the impact that it's having. If things don't change, work with them on a plan with clear objectives for behavior change and performance improvement. There are a number of activities that you can do with your team when you notice that they're in this stage 2. Next to this video, you'll find simple one-page facilitator guides that will show you exactly how to do these activities with your team. So please download those facilitator guides and do those activities. You'll immediately see improved results. Lastly then, 3 things for you as the team leader to remember during this stage. Healthy disagreement is good. Encourage it. Do what you can to create a safe environment for that disagreement. And keep finding ways for people to get to know each other better. Good luck as you proceed through this stage with your team. It may feel uncomfortable for you at times. Just stay with that and keep pushing on till you get to the other side. I'll see you in stage 3, the norming stage.